Hey, what's good, everybody? It's cjbeatz. We're back at it again today. Today we're going to make a Ronny J type beat in Logic Pro X. And I already have some sounds picked out here. I got the Keyscape Wingtac piano Forsaken. So we're going to basically create some chord progressions and then chop those up once we bounce them into place, and then, try to come up with a pattern that sounds crazy. Okay, for the drums, we're going to be using the Tunnel Visions Volume 2 kit, which you can find on frequency.com. I'll also put a link in the cards right here, so you can go check that out if you'd like. Super fire drum kit. Got 2 kicks that we're going to layer to make them sound really fat. A snare, another snare. Got a perk sound, another perk sound, a louder snare, and a clap. Got an 808 that you can also find in the same kit. We're going to add a lot of distortion to that and, try to make that sound crazy as well. All right, so let's go ahead and create a new MIDI region like this. Let's loop it off for 4 bars. I'm going to write this in, let's just do something simple, C minor. Select my brush tool. So I'm just going to try and come up with a few chords here. I'm not going to use the MIDI. I'm going to basically bounce it into place, and then after that, drop it into an EXS24 sampler, and then, be able to play the samples back on the keyboard. Select your scissor tool, hold Command down. You can make a few chops to give that chord progression a little more bounce. Alright, cool. So now we can go ahead and bounce this into place. I'm going to bounce it into place a couple times, so this way I have a few samples to work with. Use a scissor tool again, and we're just going to chop at all the transients. Like that. Let's highlight all of these, right click, and then convert into new sampler instrument. It's going to make an EXS24 sampler out of those samples that we just chopped. Now I can play them back on the piano. Alright, so a few things I want to do in that EXS. First things first, one shot's enabled. Let's go to that group that got created and select polyphony 1 so they chop each other off. Alright, cool. So now what I want to do for to get a rhythm going is drop one of these hat loops, these hi-hat loops that you could find in the Tunnel Visions Volume 2 kit. Just going to drag and drop it right into Logic like so. Now the tempo is not going to match up right away, so what you could do is double click on this, go to Smart Tempo, analyze it, come over here and then go to Apply Project Tempo. So I have a tempo set for this project already. I'm going to apply that to the hi-hats like so. Alright, maybe we can also add a clap. I do want those hi-hats to be a little more prominent in the mix, so I'm going to drop an EQ on it, see where those frequencies are, and just boost them. Alright, so now instead of that first progression that we have there, I'm going to mute that, and we're going to try to come up with some of these sample chops. Something like that. Let's loop that, quantize it. Maybe we can just add a few more, give it some more energy. I'm gonna add some reverb to that. See what happens if we add a pitch shifter to this. Alright, cool. So now we can go ahead and just put in a 808 pattern for this. Make sure that volume's all the way up. Just repeat that. And then have at the end go up. Alright, now we can add the kicks. What Ronny J likes doing is layering kicks, so this way you have like more punch. So I'm going to drop that every time the 808 hits, basically. I think the 808 should hit one more time. Let's just duplicate that. Just checking to see how many semitones I should go up. I'll just do a whole 12, make it sound crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate this pattern that we have so far, hit A to automate, come down to pitch shift, and then use semitones. So initially it'll be 0, and then it's going to go up to 12. That 808 should have some more distortion on it. So right now I'm using this. Let's use heavy drive. That's more like it. So I'm thinking here, we don't really need a hook, it just pre-hooks are fine. So that'd be dope for like intros and stuff. So I'm gonna bring that here, just hit Alt and bring that over like this. Use a Mellotron flute. drop an EQ on that sample because I feel like we want to maybe cut out some of the frequencies, like especially low end wise. Also going to drop an EQ on that 808. I just want to cut out a little bit of that top end here. I'd say this beat is pretty much done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I'm going to play this whole beat through now. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you're notified anytime I upload some new content. My name is CJ and I'm out for now.